Hello everybody. You know, there's still times when I'm starting a video and I want to say welcome to day from that whole iCAD thing. Yeah, I think I've been traumatized. So anyway, I'm making some Valentines and I'm using gel press in a different way that I normally would, than probably most would. I'm actually using the heart gel plate kind of like a mask. The whole idea I had was, well, you know, it sticks to the paper. So I thought, okay, if I place the heart down, then it'll stop, you know, in this instance, the watercolor paint from going in that area. And I could do the background and have a heart left. So that is what I thought I would try. And this is my first time ever doing it, and I thought, why not make a video for it? Valentine's Day is coming up, and even if, like, you don't have to do this for Valentine's Day. I mean, you can use hearts in journal layouts, or if you have the small circle plate. This could be neat to do also. This just came to me. You could do it like a journal block. Like put the gel plate down, even if you had like a rectangle, and then paint around it. And then, you know, you could use that rectangle for a journaling block. So I have two on the go, and the hearts that I'm using, I'll have them linked down below in the description box. Because I know this one is from Faith Impressions, and I've already forgotten the name of the other set. Let me see. Lovely Days. That's what it's from. The other one that I used. And the watercolor paints I'm using are just Jane Davenport. So I waited for it to dry, and you do see that I have a little bit of seepage under the heart, but that's no big deal. And I let the paint dry naturally because I did not want to use my heat gun on the gel plate. So it's kind of like do it, put it aside, and wait until it's done drying and move on to something else. So there I used an elegant writer pen there for calligraphy, but when you add water, they do this beautiful running technique, and it's not just black, it's like a black, blue, purple, pink, like, and you can't control what you get. So you have to be open to doing whatever. So I thought I would just outline the hearts and then give it a spray and let that run. And I'm not sure if I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the paper that I'm using, it's just mixed media cardstock. So it's good for wet media and, well, basically pretty much everything. Anything that you want. Well, anything that I've tried anyways. It's usually my go-to paper, the mixed media and the watercolor. Just outlining the heart with a fine tip pen. I didn't do a whole lot to these. Honestly, that green one, I kind of wish I left as it was. I liked it better just plain. But of course, you know, you feel like you have to do more because it's not finished. So I wanted to try the same thing, but with distress inks. And they come out fine. I'm not a fan of sprays. I've really come to learn that. Like, I don't know. Like, I love Tim Holtz Distress colors. I really do. And I like having the sprays and will continue to buy them. I just don't like using them in the way that they're intended to be used. I don't like the look you get when you spray it. But I didn't mind it if I added more water to it, so you didn't get the sprayed look, like all the little dots and stuff. So by adding water, it just made it blend. See, I don't like that look. But then you add the water and it looks pretty. I just thought I'd use the tip and write out love and XOX. And like the watercolor paint, you have to set this aside to dry completely, or almost completely. In this moment, I went all crazy with scribbles. And you can see the distress inks, they seep under the gel plate more than the watercolor paint did. And I did use a mixture of regular ink and oxides. I think I mostly use the oxides just for splattering. A lot of seepage under that one. Well, fair amount under that one too. I mean, you can still clearly tell it's a heart, so no big deal. So for the ones that I used oxides, I thought I would add some Tim Holtz stamps. And this one is, let me check, Faded Type. And then this stamp set is called Grunged, another Tim Holtz stamp. Yeah, I tend not to like using the acrylic block if I'm doing a background. If I'm doing intentional stamping like a person, like an actual image, then of course, yes, I like to use the stamping block. But when doing the background, I just like to get partials. So that's why I take it off the block. I really struggled with knowing what to do with these once I did the main technique, like the main idea that I had. I don't know. I'm not a theme person, so calling this Valentine, it was like, it just blocked me. I just don't do themes very well. I'm not into the whole cutesy thing. And I'm not putting down anybody who is. It's not me. I just like to play, and whatever it is, it is. I don't like having it to be something specific. I just like letting whatever comes out come out. So the paper wanted to curl, and that made the ink run even more, and in places like just gathering in one spot. So that's why I'm anchoring down the sides with a block and a stamp. I just love watching, like once you wet that Elegant Writer, I love watching the ink spread. I thought I would be able to stamp into it and get some images from it, but it didn't work all that well. So I grabbed the black soot ink. See, that one's a little more my style because I'm grunging it up and I'm just playing with it like I would a background in a journal page or something. And the stamps that I'm using are still more from the two that I mentioned, the two Tim Holtz stamp sets. So I have just one tag video left for that tag mini album, and that will be out, I'm thinking Thursday. I will post that video, and then in that one the last page I think gets decorated and the binding gets done, so it will be all complete. I want to thank you guys for playing along, because like I've rambled on about in the last few videos, it is so fun just watching people play and enjoy it. It just makes me so happy to see it. And you guys are doing fabulous. Like, wow. I just want to say, okay, send them all to me. They're just so cool. It's fun seeing everybody's styles. Okay, this stamp set is, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I don't know if it's JOFY or JOFY. I don't know. It's JOFY, and then there's a 92. I couldn't see like a name of the stamp. That's the only thing I could see. It's by Paper Artsy, and the designer is JOFY, because I know I follow her on Instagram. So that, actually I think, I'm not sure if I added a quote to that one or not. We'll see in the end. I show pictures of them all. So that's the stamp set. I've had my eye on some of her stamp sets for a while, and this is my first time getting one. I got it for Christmas. I put it on my wish list. Oh, that's the one I added the quote to. That one is the quote I used. It's another Tim Holtz stamp, and it's Stuff to Say. This one I really struggled with. It's like I liked it, and it was grungy, it was different, but I didn't know what to do with it. I really didn't. I put it against some black cardstock, and it looked really cool. I totally forgot that I had wanted to do that. So if you do this, then just try it backed on black cardstock. It makes that Elegant Writer pen pop even more. I didn't try it with the other ones. It was just that one because it had that look. So for this one, I am just going in with some gel pens and coloring in parts of the stamp. I could have left it just black and white because that really did make it pop, but I went in with some colored gel pens as well. And that one is a graphics paint pen. I love the colors, but I'm not going to tell you to go get them because the majority of mine leak. Like you can be coloring in or writing and it just floods the paper with a whole bunch of ink. So for that reason, I don't recommend them. But the colors are beautiful. I wish they worked better because then I would want all the packages. But I will not be buying any more of them. Sorry for all the pausing in the video. That usually means that I'm watching something on Netflix, whether, I don't know, it could be a show or a movie, or maybe I'm watching a YouTube video, but usually it's Netflix or Amazon Prime. I've been watching The Golden Girls lately. Oh my gosh. My husband came upstairs and he's like, what is all the laughing about? It's just so funny. Like, you know how some shows you'll go back and you'll watch them again, like the older shows, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I found this funny. Or like all you can see is how the acting just, I mean, come on, some of the acting way back is a bit bad in some of the shows. But that one, no, it's still good. It makes me laugh so much. So if you have Netflix, no, that one's on Amazon Prime, and you want something to cheer you up or something, watch The Golden Girls. It'll make you laugh. So that's all I did with that one. Now this one, that is a handmade stamp that I carved. And I didn't stamp it quite where I wanted it to go. I wanted it right against the side of the heart, but I messed that up. So I just drew it out, the heart out, and added to it. Just did the whole checkered thing. Made it look intentional. This one was actually one of my favorites when I was doing the background, but now it's probably my least favorite because of how I added to it. But oh well. This was more for playing and experimenting anyways, so it's okay. I can always make another one if I want to. And I didn't like that there were 6 loops, which I wish I noticed when I was making the stamp. So I like odd numbers. So I just drew in another one. But honestly, when I designed this stamp, I wasn't thinking of just using it once. I was thinking of stamping it over and over again to create a border. So I probably didn't even count the bumps. So after I add this yellow, all I do is add the word love inside the heart, and that's pretty much it. I didn't do too much else with them, at least not for this video. I don't know if maybe I'll go back and add more. Who knows? They may get tossed aside and forgotten about. But this video is just mostly to show you the technique. So I do hope you enjoyed it and give it a little try using your gel plates as a mask. So have fun playing. Bye. Thanks so much for stopping by. Let me know if you like my videos by leaving me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also head over to my Instagram account and say hi to me over there. If you have any video requests, leave a comment down below and I'll see what I can do. And don't forget to check out my other videos.